I was across the street doing a story, and I had to wait for a funeral to disperse because it was pretty close to the grave and I didn't want to disturb anybody. So I drove a quarter of a mile and I came down to this cemetery here where I'm currently at, just to see if there was any bird feeders that were empty for me to fill. And I was walking as I am now, and I seen this set of graves right here, which caught my attention because number one, there's pictures on them, and number two, because they all died together. This is Laketria Wells, and she is buried in the middle of her 4 children, Caleb, Keyshawn, and to her left are her daughters, Lakia and LaKayla. Laketria was a corrections officer at a prison here in Arkansas, and they were driving down the highway at around a little after noon on July 14, 2007, and a truck crossed over into their lane and hit them head on, virtually killing everybody instantly. The truck was being driven by 57-year-old Roy Lee Jordan, a man behind the wheel of an 80,000-pound truck high on crack cocaine. When investigators were conducting their report on the accident, they searched his truck and found a spoon with cocaine residue on it and a crack pipe. And he later admitted to authorities that he had smoked crack before the accident. He was driving from Mississippi making a delivery of dry ice to El Dorado. And in that blink of an eye, he killed 5 people. Later on, he would plead guilty to 5 counts of negligent homicide and be sentenced to 35 years in prison, which I'm assuming that was the maximum by law that they could give him. He chose, instead of being a civil individual and maybe doing his drugs later when he got off of work, he decided to do it while driving a truck. How absolutely inconceivable that somebody have the to just do that behind the wheel of a semi truck and wiped out an entire family. Caleb was 5, Keyshawn was 4. Lakia was 7, and LaKayla, 2 years old. 2. I can't imagine what the last moment, what went through her mind when she sees this truck. Oh my God, I don't even want to go there. I don't even want to go there. My heart absolutely breaks. I can't even imagine what that was like. And I don't think none of us would want to imagine. Rest in peace to the Wells family. Very, very terrible. Very terrible. This here is David Gus Bell, loving husband and dad, November 15th, 1928 to May 7th, 1995. Gus right here was a Major League Baseball player. He played for about 15 seasons or so. Mostly he played with the Cincinnati Reds for 9 of them, but he also played for the New York Mets, the Pittsburgh Pirates, and the Milwaukee Braves. I guess they must have moved earlier on. He has a career 1,823 hits, 206 home runs, 942 RBIs, with a lifetime batting average of 281. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. So after his baseball career ended, Gus right here, he worked for the Texas Rangers and the Cleveland Indians as a baseball scout. And also he worked at a car dealership, ran a temporary employment agency, amongst the many other things, field of employment that he was in after his retirement from the game. One of Cincinnati's heroes when it comes to baseball. The man, the myth, the legend, Gus Bell. Rose Marie, who always insisted on being called Rosie, was an extraordinarily opinionated girl, and she loved to play and fight with her big sister Anna and little brother Sam. She loved animals but had a special place in her heart for cats. She always said she wanted to have lots of them when she grew up, and was always asking when she can go to the animal shelter to be with the homeless cats. She loved reading, especially the Pony Pals and Warriors book series. Her favorite computer game was Toontown, and she could have played all day if it weren't for the time constraint set by her parents. Rosie was very close to her family, especially her mother. She liked to go shopping with her dad at the end of the day. All she wanted was to curl up on the couch and get a back rub from her mom. She and her big sister Anna squabbled and fought a lot since she wanted to do everything that Anna did, but she also wanted to be better at it than Anna. Her younger brother Sam was one of her best friends in that they did everything together. They were homeschooled together, they played Wii together, and they loved to play outdoors together. Their most favorite activity to do was to play pranks on their older sister. Since Rosie and her brother were both homeschooled, they treasured getting out of the house. She was always excited for her swimming lesson on Thursdays and was always happy to go out to eat whenever she got the chance. She was especially excited when she was given the chance to go to Tacona to help with the Iditarod dog sled race. It was on the way to her next great adventure that she lost her life, along with her mother, Carolyn, and their neighbor, Ted Smith. Rosie will be extremely missed by all who loved her, her father Mark, her brother and sister Sam and Anna, her grandparents, and her many aunts, uncles, and cousins, as well as her many friends.